Okay, so it's 3 months to the day since my last radiotherapy treatment at Clatterbridge in Liverpool, and I thought it'd be a good time to feed back, and there have been some changes, so worthwhile reporting, I think. For the last 2 weeks, there's been a notable decrease in the inflammation in that side of my face. For the first 10 weeks after the treatment, I could feel the inflammation, and it was quite pronounced around my eye, my right cheekbone, under my ear, that kind of area. And I woke up 2 weeks ago and it had gone. And along with it, there had been a diminishing of the tinnitus, or the volume of the tinnitus and the nature of it. It had gone from being quite a loud ring to a hiss. And I've got that today, actually. It's hissing away. As anybody with an acoustic neuroma knows, that you've always got some kind of noise in that area, that area. One thing I have noticed is the loss of hearing in the right ear. And as the inflammation has died down, that loss of hearing has become more apparent. And I would say that I've lost about 50% of hearing in my right ear. I don't know because it hasn't been measured, but it feels that kind of level of hearing loss. Thankfully, my left ear works fine, and I can hear pretty much everything. But it is there. I'm not really suffering from tiredness or fatigue. That's really a sort of a standout thing. That has died off, and sleeping is pretty much normal. My memory has been a bit interesting. It's not my memory so much as my recall, and particularly with names. And I can look at a face who I know really well, and for some reason the name won't come to me. And this is a fairly recent thing, and hopefully it goes as quickly as it's come. Now, I don't know whether this is to do with the stress of the whole thing, or the stress of things in general, coronavirus, isolation, all those kind of things going on at the same time as the treatment, I guess must play their part. But I find that if I stop thinking about it, the name comes to me straight away. And hopefully that's, again, it's just a short-term symptom that will wander off in its own good time. I'm going to be really interested to see what the 3-month MRI scan says. I've got an MRI in 3 months' time, which in total will be 6 months after my treatment, because apparently there can be inflammation there for up to 2 years, and it can take that long before there's any discernible change in the tumour, if there is any discernible change in the tumour. Not feeling any dizziness, which is great. So I think on the whole things are going in the right direction. That's certainly how it feels to me, and I hope anybody who's thinking about radiotherapy treatment finds this interesting or useful with regards to their own decision making process, because I know it's not easy when you have to decide if and what you're going to do to treat this thing that we've got in common. So, okay, thank you very much for having a look at the video. I hope you find it useful. Thanks.